Ladies and gentlemen, hobbits, elves, and dragons, this is the Corpsepaint Show where we speak truth to power. We say Black Lives Matter. This is the Corpsepaint Show, June 2020. Lily Lurid!
Hello, hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You've been out busy. You are helping people. You're working. You're selling lurid wares. And
doing what I can.
yes, awesome. Your hair looks exceptionally red today,
Thank you, thank you.
and your fangs look exceptionally sharp. They're easier to bite and kill people with. Hey, let's say hi to our wonderful guest. It's Claudio Marino from Stockholm. Hi, Claudio.
Hi there.
Thank you for joining us, man. We're here every Sunday and try to cover extreme metal, extreme punk, and also independent film and such. And so, man, you're some of your product, your creations, your art just kept popping up in front of my face, and I'm like, this is just awesome work. So we will definitely get to showing the video of A Forest, but can I just ask you, did you have a discussion with Nergal regarding their covering that song, or is this something that he has this like of goth music on the side, or can you enlighten me a little?
I don't know really. I think they recorded that song pretty a long time ago, I think. Maybe even when they recorded the last album. But I haven't heard it for, I don't know. He showed me, I think I heard it the first time when he came to me with the idea to do the video, actually. I know they played it live a couple of times, but I never saw it together.
Yes, and it definitely is a reimagining of of the song, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is for sure. And I don't know if you... I think I don't know which one I prefer, but I really like both.
I do too. You're a goth fan.
Yes, absolutely.
You like both.
Oh, yeah.
You like both.
Best of both worlds.
So, Claudio, I was asking Lily if she has been to Stockholm. I think she only has metaphysically.
Metaphysically, yes.
Yeah. When Nergal comes to Stockholm, it's easy to get from Poland to Stockholm, isn't it? I mean, is it all by ferry, or do you have to,
Yeah, you can go by ferry, but that's kind of complicated. It's much easier to just go by plane, of course. That's like I don't know, 1 hour something.
1 hour
I
flight.
I should know. I mean, I've done that trip too many times by now, so.
So when you filmed that, was it in Sweden or Poland?
No, that was in Poland. So I flew in, and Nicholas flew in from where he came from, and we all met there.
And I saw Nicholas in The Curse of Valburga.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Is great film, and he does a wonderful job in that film.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, he's fabulous in the video. So
he was very strong in the video. He's very serious in this video. He looks like he's in pain all the time. And
yeah.
I mean that with respect. But what was it like working with with Nicholas on that?
Yeah, it was fun. It was 3 or 4 days. It was very long and very, I don't know, interesting, but very fun.
And yeah, because he wants to. He's yelling at the forest. He's yelling at the trees. He's grabbing things yeah. I mean, it's an intense video. It's powerfully done.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I pretty much tortured him for, I don't know, 48 hours or something on camera. So.
Well, he likes to be tortured.
Oh yeah.
He likes to be tortured. So this, I'm glad that worked out for everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, if Nergal is over at your house right now, can you tell him to come on camera? We'd like to say hi.
Yeah, sorry, he's not.
All right.
Not to this point, dude.
So, all right. So we're getting some comments in the chat room. Hang on one second, Claudio.
Sure.
Let's see. We have Hales from Richard Nettleton. We've also got Tanya Thrash and Catalina saying hello.
Hello in Hales. And look, all those people, make sure that they have watched the A-Force video by Behemoth, directed by Claudio Marino.
Yep, I will link them in every comment.
Yeah, do it. Hey, and also Adam has a birthday coming up this week, so please tell him happy birthday from the Corpsepaint Show.
I will, for sure.
Now, you also did kind of a life picture of this, who I think of as an interesting, complicated person, and that is, Adam Darsky. And so this movie, I presume, is finished and is to be released later this year?
Yeah, that's correct.
And we've got the image
somewhere in the fall.
All right. Adam the Apostate.
That's right.
Tell me what the approximate length will be.
1 hour, pretty exactly.
Yes. And so, look, Claudio, is there a parallel to what the world is going through now with our rebellion against power to really the spring rebellion of 1989 that he lived through in Poland? Basically, he grew up in Eastern Bloc Poland, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know about the parallels, but he talks at length about that in the movie. The thing is, he and me are the same age, and we grew up. I mean, pretty much, just an hour flight from here. But my upbringing was totally different than his, and that was something that really interested me from the get-go.
Can you enlighten me a little bit on what you're saying? Do you mean he was addressing the difficulties of the overreach of communism in Poland at that time?
Yeah, and what the country has gone through and what it's going through at the moment.
And so it was a one-party system, but then after communism was lifted, that's when the hard part begins, right? Is putting together a new way of living.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they had to learn democracy. They didn't have it for so long, so they had to learn it from the beginning. So, of course, it was hard for them.
I imagine that's a unique perspective for an extreme metal musician, for something like that, maybe really providing, I don't know, anger, emotion, a foundation for your music.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's great fuel for that kind of music, obviously, or any kind of art, I guess.
That's a good word. Hey, would now be a good time for us to show the A-Forest video, Claudio?
I think so.
Let's do it.
That's
because
yeah.
Because I've gone a few hours without watching Nicholas Kavarforth in my eyeballs, and so I need a fix.
You're having withdrawals?
Yeah.
Me too.
But what else? Before we go there, do you have?
Yes, Tanya Thrash says she's already seen the video and it's amazing.
Shout out to Claudio.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, so let's do it. This is the reimagining of the Cure song called A-Forest by Behemoth.
Just follow your eyes. It's time to run into the trees. Into the trees.
Claudia, what did you do to Nicholas? He was crying at the end.
Yeah, it was. I was filmed in the middle of winter, and there was very long days. So yeah, I guess the cold got to him.
Please update us if there are any other comments.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
imagery in that was just
Right?
phenomenal. Like the fire in the second half and the contrast with the darkness and the flame. That was really cool.
Let's see. Jenny and Joe love the video, and Richard Nettleton says now he wants to go to the forest to punch the ground and yell at things.
Yes, and don't forget to hit the trees as well.
Otherwise, your anguish is not thoroughly expelled.
That's right. You're in the forest. There's anger. There's fire. Hey, that is a wonderful video and wonderful song too. And you're working with two strong personalities who give 100% to everything they do. Is that fair to say, Claudio?
Yeah, for sure.
And
yeah,
I can
definitely.
see. Are there any moments that stand out that are maybe humorous that you can share with us that caused an outbreak of emotion on the set?
No, not really. I don't think. Nothing that I can share, anyways.
All right, very good. Now, so we got to dovetail to the story about the here's a couple of your movies I watched recently. First off, the life of Eric Danielson. Is it Blood, Music, and
Music, Blood, and Spirits.
Thank you. Yes, very strong. And this is so on your website, we're going to pop it up right now. It's claudiomarino.com. Right on your website, you can just click, find it. It's easy to find these films there, and then you can rent the film there and watch the full documentary.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, and Adam the Apostate, there's a teaser for that. We'll show that in a moment. There's your other music videos, including Entombed AD, the Open Up and Bleeds. I think they were just on tour in America last year, if I recall.
Entombed AD, or yeah, perhaps.
Yeah,
The
actually.
Open Up and Bleeds, not. No, for sure not.
And then also, of course, the Watain video, Nuclear Alchemy, is powerful as well. A lot of great fire in that one too, Jason.
Yeah, I like fire, man.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
All right. So, but this is a wonderful documentary about Eric Danielson, Watain, right? And he talks about what is intriguing to me is you get to see his life, his home, or maybe it's a studio, his private area where he's got all of this memorabilia and his record collection and all of this, right? But it's kind of he's such a private person. It was a very interesting film to really look into his life. And the odd thing to me, Claudio, was, he talked a lot about his religion and his religious feelings, but without ever mentioning the word Satan. He would call it the dark, the dark. So, but totally great. Any comments there on that one? I really do love that documentary of Eric.
Well, I don't know. When I do my documentaries, I want to really focus on the person, not as much as their works or what they are connected with. For instance, there's almost nothing Behemoth like in the upcoming film, and because as in Cold Void, there's almost nothing about Shining at all. Because I really want to focus on the person, and that's what's grabbing my attention and what I find interesting.
They certainly were, focused on just that individual, and we got a great background about their growing up and stories about how they got into music, and I find that fascinating. And then just both very good. Cold Void, of course, is a real eye opener too, about Nicholas. And I didn't know he was tormented by so many demons, with having a bipolar disorder and such. But he's open and frank with you in that film.
Yeah, for sure. That made me really happy. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I don't know. We started getting in contact and just set a date and just went there and shot the whole thing. So I didn't know what to expect. But we connected from the very get-go, and we really opened up.
What is important to you in creating a film like that? Just when it's someone talking about what's in their soul, there's some good close-ups where I feel like I'm really looking into his eyes, and could you comment on that for a moment as a filmmaker and camera placement and such?
I think at some instance, I think you really have to focus just on the story itself, and what the person's really telling. You can tell a lot from his eyes, I think, and I kind of like the filmmaking from more like the 70s and 80s, where it's all more slower and not the edit is very easy and steady cameras and pretty close, and you get a more personal feeling to it, I think.
Agreed. Not so much Hollywood style.
Exactly. Not the MTV stuff from the early 90s. That's really not my thing.
And I like what you do. I do, Claudio. Go ahead, Lily. What else? I see some paragraphs there.
We have a few more comments about the video. Gabriela Silva says she'll have to take a look at Adam the Apostate. And She says that the video was intriguing and fascinating, and I agree. It's gorgeous. It's beautifully done.
Next time you need a strong female lead, we're gonna start raising a fundraiser for Lily to fly to Stockholm.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, please. No. Keep her on your list. Now you probably have a long list, but just add her to the list.
I will.
Yeah, we'll start a fundraiser.
Yeah, I would
We
be
can
down.
do that. We'll start a fundraiser. All right, so Claudio, can we show the teaser right now for Cold Void, and then we'll show the teaser, or we could show that entire Watain video. But why don't we start with Cold Void? Can we do that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, so this is the. Do I have them out of order, Jason?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right, okay. So, Cold Void is is really a picture of Nicholas Kvarforth from Shining, the Swedish band Shining, and yeah, I mean very, very personal. This is just a short little teaser about that film that you can find it and watch the entire thing on ClaudioMarino.com, the website. All right, so we're ready to go. This is Cold Void.
Jag vill förgöra. Jag vill rasera. Och jag vill skada min konst. För att kunna skada en annan människa med någonting du skapar från tomma intet, så måste du investera hela din kropp och själ i det. Och du tar lika mycket stryk av dig själv. Och hur ondskefullt, banalt eller barnsligt än må låta, så är det liksom, det är där hjärtat finns.
Wow, I think Nicholas has so much to offer the metal community, and I'm from watching A Forest, I see that he's kind of doing okay, and that is good news, you know. Hey Claudio, let me make a comment to American viewers. The videos that I mentioned, Cold Void, and the one about Eric Danielson, are in Swedish, but there's very, very effective and good English subtitles that you can click on when you're watching the films. We also were mentioning the Watain music video, but before we do that, we have to watch this teaser for Adam the Apostate, which is Nergal the Heretic, the forthcoming film. Can we do that now, Claudio?
Yeah, sure.
And this is the teaser. This is a trailer for Adam the Apostate coming out. Yeah, that.
You are a sinner! With your doubts about God's presence, you are a sinner!
Freedom is everything to me. You know, and I'm just gonna always go up there on the barricade and fight for it. And if someone's trying to limit myself, I'll just die for my beliefs and my liberty.
So, Lily, tell me, anytime there's an upside down crucifix, that is a film she loves.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right. Do you sell crucifixes?
I do, occasionally.
The satanic kind?
Sometimes.
We'll get to that. We will. Claudio, in making this film about Nergal, does he comment about being in America, touring America, problems in America?
I think we touched upon it. It's not too much though. I think that was something we talked about a lot, but ending up on the floor in the cutting room, so to speak.
All right, all right. I do remember a story last year when he was trying to go into a health club and they denied him entrance because he wouldn't proclaim before being let in that Jesus Christ was his savior.
Oh, wow.
Only in America, I think, right, Claudio?
Yeah, I guess.
No. Please comment on that for me. I mean, are we the most backwards country in terms of trouble for metal bands when you talk to your friends who are in the metal music industry?
No, I don't think so. I mean, there are tougher countries. I mean, that you can't even tour if you're playing that kind of music. So, I mean, at least we can come play to in the States. So, but yeah, probably. I mean, the morals there are kind of different from overseas, I think.
Yeah. What I seem to notice that there are a lot of bands that are excited right now about being able to play in Russia in 2021. And I don't know if that is just because they're opening up gigs and shows, quicker, or they're welcoming these bands in, but it just makes me want to fly to Europe, go to Russia, and stay there for 6 months next year and see all the
I
festivals.
actually think that Behemoth will go there for the first time in, I don't know, several years. They have been banned for, I don't know how many years, but they have been banned for long, and the ban has been lifted. So I think they will be going there in 2021 or something.
And was the ban lifted because of something they've done, or just because it was a certain period of time?
I don't know. I mean, if it was a punishment for several years, or I don't know really. I don't have the details, but they just told me that they are allowed back in there.
Yeah. The Watain video is powerful as well. And we've got is that the next one we have queued up, Jason? It's Nuclear Alchemy. I think it's the one.
Nuclear Alchemy. Yep, correct.
Claudio, we're going to show that video. Is that fine?
Let's roll.
Let's roll. This is some excellent creation music video from Claudio Marino. Standing. Is it fair to say that Eric loves fire?
I think all of them do.
And when you set out to make a video like that, do you have a discussion in advance with Eric that did he want the video distortion lines in there and kind of that analog feel?
Actually, I transferred the whole digital original to a real VHS that were made copies of copies and copies, and then I made it digital again and put it onto the computer and made the final export from there.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, so it definitely has that retro feel, but a very scary feel. And it looked like the cameras were right in the fire a couple of times.
Yeah, we were pretty close sometimes.
Wow. Any other stories about that video?
I don't know. I shouldn't take full credit because it's co-produced by Watain, so most of the things are their ideas. And we had this great. I mean, the location there was perfect. I mean, almost like this Mad Max scenery, and it was really, really cool. So, and also we had a big fire department was there, so that was a good thing too.
Okay, so you did things kind of the proper way, if I can use that word, with the permits and having a fire department nearby, and.
Well, one of the 2 days at least.
I knew you were a rebel. Claudio, do you get to the States sometimes?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago now. I'm looking for. I think I'm hoping to get an opportunity to go to work there. That would be awesome.
Now, making videos, making films,
documentary or videos. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a few interesting extreme metal people in our country.
Yeah, just send them our way.
All right, I will. No. Be honest with me. This is just me and you talk, and no one else can hear. Who is it that you kind of thinking of or hoping for?
I don't know. Are you meaning like a dream artist? Or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to disappoint you because I think both of them are European. So
Oh, okay. Well, tell me anyways. That's all right.
I think on the top of my list is a goth artist called Soporaternus. But I think that's a far stretch. And the second one is a Norwegian band, Ulver.
Ulver?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be a black metal band, but nowadays they play, I don't know, some
It's a-
80s stuff.
Yeah, we call it post metal.
Yeah. I don't know. Post metal to me is more like Neurosis, ISIS kind of thing.
So look, so you do go to Norway sometimes.
Actually, I've only been there once.
Oh, no kidding. Now, is that because that Norway and Sweden have a friendly feud, or tell me why?
Yeah, I think that's mostly a gimmick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But you would have to go there to see Ulver, or you invite them to Stockholm.
yeah, either way, I think would work for me.
What else is new, Lily?
Let's see. Jennifer Lynn says that all of these videos just want to make her play with fire.
Yeah, I can see that.
We encourage on this show, Claudio. We encourage our viewers to either play with themselves while watching the show, or to set something aflame in honor of the.
Or both.
Yeah,
At the same
or
Or
time.
both
There
at the
you
same
fine.
time.
You should see what's going on under the table right now. With any others, I don't want to step on any toes here, but we've got anyone who wants to speak up in that chat room. We're going to tell them. We're going to tell Claudio what they're saying.
Let's see. Tanya Thrash says all the fire in all caps. And Jenny loves the aesthetic of both of the videos. So awesome. Very popular.
That is really neat the way you used it from like third or fourth generation VHS. You have to find VHS equipment to do that, you know?
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing today. I promise you.
Yes, right. I mean, the only place I could find that over here would be at someone's boot sale or garage sale.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same thing here. You have to work really hard for it.
Claudio, so I know that you're excited about Adam the Apostate, and you can tell that is our backdrop today. So, man, we're just trying to encourage all American viewers and any viewer, any listener, to look for announcements about Adam the Apostate. Now, best place to do that on Facebook or your website?
Yeah, either way. I mean, I post there or on my Instagram, whatever. But there will be a second teaser coming pretty soon, actually.
Good. And one thing I know about Adam Darsky is he hates stupidity.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Right. I mean, you're right. You're right. Except to say that I think a lot of Americans embrace it. They do. I'm just, you know.
You're not wrong.
I don't know. Claudio, we have some people over here that would fall in the category of maybe ignorant. They just don't know things, and so they get led around by sheep. And we're in a bad place right now in this country. We are.
Yeah, so I heard.
Yes. But and so I've always found Adam Darsky to be intelligent and always able to express what is going to be happening in the future is kind of the way I look at it, you know. And he's gone through so much in his life, his health problems, growing up in Poland, and all of that. So I'm sure these are things that you cover.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. I mean, that was what intrigued me from the very get-go, to do something with him. Basically, I mean, I read his book, and that opened my mind, and I really got to know who he was as a person, and the leukemia thing really got to me. So I think that was a big thing, a big factor for me doing the film.
Yes, indeed, and certainly it's made him a stronger person, it seems to me. And have you ever seen another example of someone coming through leukemia as strong as Nergal right now? He's
I don't know.
he's at the top of his game musically, in my opinion. Claudio, we are going to wrap up with you. I want to double check with Lily and see if there are any other comments directly for Claudio.
That is all for now.
That's all for now. And are there any other things that we have not touched on of upcoming work of yours or anything else? Claudio, you've got the floor.
No, I don't think so. I mean, keep your eyes peeled for the next teaser, and the film will drop sometime this fall.
Yes, very good. I really appreciate you carving out time and staying up late tonight to speak with us. I really do, Claudio.
Thanks for having me.
Many hails to you, and just have a great week, and let's stay in touch. I will speak to you soon.
Thanks.
Thank you. Claudio Marino from Stockholm.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
Woo! I want to see you in one of his videos, you know?
I would love
I'm
that.
gonna send him an email and remind him. Lily Lurid, add her to your list. You could, yeah. I mean, look,
I could do it.
as long as your hair doesn't catch fire, I'm sure you could. You know, you can handle fire.
I mean, that might be a small issue, but it would look cool. So
Make sure all the cameras are running. So
Redheads are resistant to fire. You knew that.
Oh,
So it'll be fine.
you learn something new every day.
yeah.
Hey, one of our cool sponsors is Liquid Death. And since we can't have anything on the table at the moment, we are going to show their cool video about saving the underworld. Liquid Death, yeah, that right there. Keeps you hydrated. If you drink a lot of Liquid Death and pour it on your hair, you never catch fire.
I'll have to try that.
You gotta stay hydrated.
The underworld, where the souls of the damned are sentenced to an eternity of unrelenting torment. Some call it hell. I call it home. And single-use plastic bottles are making a real mess of it. The billions of plastic bottles polluting the earth are now overflowing down here into the underworld, where they're just ruining our delicate ecosystem. An island of plastic trash now floats in our demon ocean, choking our three-headed demon fish and our demon turtles. It's polluting our 2,000-year-old torture pits, ruining the fun for everyone. And they're making a mess of my front porch. Where are my darn keys? And you may be thinking, it's fine. Plastic bottles are recyclable. Relax. But that simply isn't true. Most recycling plants send plastics to landfills because it's not profitable to recycle anymore. I just turned their brains into snakes. So join us and Liquid Death in our mission to bring death to plastic bottles. Help keep the underworld beautiful. For us, for you, and even your kids when you all end up down here someday.
Keep the underworld beautiful and death to plastic. If the stream went down, we're back right now, right?
Yep, it's
And-
letting me comment on it, so we should be good to go.
All right, good. Keep me up to date. Any other messages there? Hey, so are you drinking a lot of Liquid Death?
I am.
Did I give you a case?
You did.
You're still working through that?
I finished that long ago.
Good. All right. That means you're super hydrated. All right. So, no, that's totally good. I should have brought another one tonight. What the heck? But all right. And so yeah, death to plastic. Another event we have coming up, and we'll get to this. But why don't we show all those pictures we have right now of lurid wares?
Yeah, sure thing.
And talk about lurid wares. I know you're doing deliveries tonight, and that you sell human remains,
I do.
human detritus, human body parts, and other cool jewelry boxes and things.
That I do.
I can't summarize it well. You do it. I brought this one again because I love the Yggdrasil.
Very close.
Yggdrasil.
Very close. Yggdrasil.
Okay. And tell us again what it is.
This is a oracle divination deck. So it's basically, a tarot deck, but it's much more in depth.
Cool. And you know how to read them.
I do.
And if someone were to come to you and say, I want a reading, they would have to pay for that. You sit down with them and have a private session.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, we're going to cycle through all these pictures, and some are funny and some are not. Remember this one from last week?
Oh, yes. This one brought up quite a stir.
Use lubricant. That is our message. And protection, always. Heck yeah, Claudio Marino. Now that's regular tarot.
That is regular tarot, yes.
You sell all this stuff.
I do.
Lurid wares. Lily lurid. Lily. We have more pictures.
You may show as many as you like.
Oh yeah. Oh, I threw that one in. You know, because shout out to
yeah.
Gas Monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
The big GM. And yeah. Oh hey.
Oh, yeah, the last time I was vending over there with my lurid wares.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, I think I sent you a movie poster of a funny movie that's out. That came out a couple years ago, but I don't know. It's available now on streaming.
I didn't even look at it until now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Arkansas Women's Prison Mascot.
What the hell is that?
Now, okay, Lily, if you were to guess what the heck goes on in a movie with that title, what would you guess?
I have no idea. I don't know. Do sharks come up through the toilets in the prison?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think it's something like that. Like they have a plumbing problem. And then all of a sudden there are sharks. And then the sharks are able to get through the bars and invade all of the female women prisoners at the women's prison. And, of course, all the women prisoners, I presume, are super hot. And some of them lose a leg or whatever due to this rogue shark attack. So,
Well, I am interested.
I'm probably dead wrong, but that is my guess of what happens. So I think Tanya watched that movie, so maybe she can comment and tell us. Or maybe they're out on work duty and they have to clean up the swamp, you know, and then but then you know, all hell breaks you loose because who knew that swamps have sharks? Who knew that swamps have sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah. That why? I don't know. I just got nothing.
All right. And now we're still going to Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Yes.
It is scheduled for early September, right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 11 through 13. All the same people are still there, pretty much 99%.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, David Cronenberg, et cetera, et cetera. Was it Alice Cooper? I forget them all. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic Texas Frightmare Weekend again. This is still planned. It is just date changed to September 11th through 13th. Same hotel there in Dallas at the airport. Oh yeah, Henry Thomas, D. Wallace.
That's a good lineup.
It is.
It
right?
is.
And remember, we had Chris as our guest before the plague struck.
We did, yeah.
And he is still scheduled to be there and do his his music night. Lily, what else is going on with you?
Oh, trying to survive.
And how are you doing that?
Trying to stay out of protests and riots now. Doing my best.
No, but I mean, you're selling lurid wares. This is your business. This is your side business. Hey. We're in the big empty room. Yeah, we have to say thank you to Jason, our engineer over there.
Yes, absolutely.
From Stark Enterprises. There he is. That mystery voice you hear once in a while is him.
You can't prove that at all.
No, okay.
You can't see my lips moving.
That's
so
right.
You don't know
It
it's
could be
me.
mirror.
You don't know it's me at all.
It's our word against yours, so.
Well, no.
Okay. Now, some Dallas news. I don't know if you saw that a week from tonight, they're planning on doing a trial run of the church at the new location. And we're
Okay.
talking about the Goth Club at the new location.
The new location, It'll Do Club? Okay.
Yes. Over on Elm near Peak. So it's east of Deep Ellum. Deeper Ellum. we should call it, right? I think
Deeper
that's what
Alan.
Alan calls it, right? Deeper. And who doesn't like deeper?
Where's the
Right?
deepest
I mean-
Ellen?
Oh,
'Cause I'd
see?
rather go to the
He's
deepest
always
Ellen.
one up in me.
Sorry. Again, you can't see my mouth move, so you don't know. If that...
All right, so that's a week from tonight, and I don't know. Keep that in mind. It might be something that you want to get a ticket for in advance, and try. You know, we'll try and check it out and see. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know if they're still doing the limited capacity for safety
Yes.
reasons? Okay.
Yes. So tickets in advance. You have to have your ticket bought in advance, and they're not selling tickets on the night of the event.
Right. So like
So-
walking up to the door or try to get in, you can't.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you can show it on your phone or print it out, but check it out. Look for that online and keep that in mind. You can also buy a ticket combined with one of their specialty masks, which say the church on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
I need one of those.
And I'm gonna have to play this show back because I couldn't hear the name of the goth band that he was
I
referring
missed
to.
it as well.
Yeah. So he said there were two wonderful artists he wants to work with. One, he said the goth. So and then also Oliver from Norway. So
Yeah, it was really hard to understand or hear what he said. So
maybe someone heard it and they can comment.
Let's see.
If
No
you're in the chat room,
comments?
say hi or wave to us right now. Or give us one of those middle finger or devil horns. Any of those emojis are okay. Did we cover everything? Cool Boy, Wanting, A Forest, Liquid Death, Texas Frightener, Weekend,
yeah,
and Lily Lurid at Lurid Wares.
with all her fantastic items for sale.
Fantastic. So you have, what is that one website you go to? It shows all of your links?
Let's see. Linktree.
Linktree. I don't know if Jason has that set up, but he's a Uber engineer. So we're going to ask him. And then on Linktree, you can link to your IG, can link to everything you're doing.
Yes, it's
And
got
find
all
your
of
product,
my
etc.
social medias, my Instagram, my Facebook. It also has my Etsy and some other things, including OnlyFans.
Well, hold on. All right, well, say that again.
My
You know-
OnlyFans?
No, in the real sensual way.
Oh, my OnlyFans.
Why would you not want to check out her OnlyFans after that introduction? So, OnlyFans, tell us a little about what that is. Let's say you're talking to someone who's never heard of it.
OnlyFans is a subscription service, so you get billed monthly for it, and it's access to my, I believe it's about 450 now, gallery of adult videos and pictures.
Of you. Because it's your OnlyFans.
Yes.
Whoa. So you pay like a monthly subscription fee, and it's not much.
Nope. Or you can pay in advance for several months.
Yeah, okay. And so you're always looking for subscribers there because you
always.
have powerful content there.
Thank you. I try.
Yes. And so that's OnlyFans. And then you mentioned Etsy. Is that, okay, so here we go. So for the Etsy shop, is that where all Lurid Wares are? Or am
That's
I?
not
It's
where
not.
all of them are. That's where some of the more expensive items are, the shadow box displays that I make. Most of the time, the little goodies I sell, the candles and the tarot cards, are on my social media, Facebook specifically, because they sell out faster there. It's just much easier for me to keep up with.
On Facebook. Okay. All right, gotcha. When we go to Deep Ellum to support clubs, we support the ones that support Deep Ellum. And like I noticed that Reno's is doing more, and there's always a live stream concert from 3 Links and that sort of thing. And so, you know, we support Deep Ellum live venues that support the community.
Absolutely.
It's been great to have Claudio Marino. We say big thanks to him. And the producer of this show is Ziggy Becker, along with myself, and a lot of help from Lily Lurid. And we're going to try next week to have that awesome metal band that you like.
Oh, yes. Could it be Repulsor?
It could. So, yeah, we have to schedule. We have to work out a schedule on that.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have them soon, and lots of always great original content coming up on the Corpsepaint Show. Big thanks to Jason Stark from Stark Enterprises, Liquid Death, Texas Frightmare Weekend, and you guys for watching and viewing our show. We really appreciate it. We do. 3D. I'm 3D now. Look. Put your hand out. I'm going to get you, Lily.
She's got fangs. I wouldn't just grab at her like that.
They're called dangerous teeth.
I thought they were fangs.
I knew a dentist once.
I did. Okay.
Lily, did we cover it all? All right, so
I believe we did.
OnlyFans, Etsy, Facebook. Keep up with Lily Lurid. Watch for the announcement from Claudio Marino about his film coming out. And so we need to say adios, don't we? For now, but we'll be back. Thank you very much. We hope you get what you deserve.
We want you to elevate your life by going underground. By that we mean supporting independent art, independent music, independent print, independent movies.